right, go ahead and find that comfortable seat. Allow your spine to lift, your shoulders to settle, and then take a full inhale and sigh it out. Arrive into the space, onto your mat, into your body. Connect with the sounds, the smells, the temperature of the air, just allowing yourself to become more and more present. Taking another full inhale. And let it go. Drop into that physical body today. Scanning from head to toe, shoulders to fingers. Acknowledging any areas of tightness, concern, any injuries, any fatigue. Honoring those areas as you start to move today. This practice is going to honor this first day of spring, like a spring cleanse. We're going to start off with some yin yoga, a little longer holds, 3 minutes for each hold. As we do, thinking of cleansing out the liver and the gallbladder meridians, allowing yourself to feel more renewed as we move in toward that flow. And just a good full body stretch and flow to feel rejuvenated and ready to move forward in your day. Take another full inhale and let it go. Tuning into that mental and emotional side. Acknowledge those thoughts, any emotions attached to those thoughts. Give all of that some validity. Give all of that some loving kindness. As we continue with that theme of cleansing, maybe cleansing thoughts, cleansing emotions, letting go of things that no longer serve you. If during this time when you are in the yin session at the beginning, if you have things that are popping up, take some time to jot them down, let them go with some loving kindness, and then bring yourself back to the present. Take another full inhale here. And let it go. And just start to lengthen and deepen your breath here. Find that inhale 4, exhale 4, nice and smooth. And as you do, imagine that breath, that in-breath, nice nourishing, cleansing, drawing it into the lungs, that oxygen spreading through the body, collecting what is no longer needed by the body, that carbon dioxide, and then sending it out on that exhale. Letting go, breathing in that newer breath, letting go of the old breath. Just finding that smooth, steady state. Focusing in on the intention of cleansing, letting go, whatever feels more appropriate for you today. It may or may not feel like spring where you are, but it is the astronomical spring day today. That first day of spring. Allowing yourself to let go and cleanse in whatever way feels best to you. Set that intention as we open this practice with that sound of Om. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Exhale fully. Inhale. Allowing those hands to come down, allow the eyes to blink open. And we'll move into our first posture. We're going to do half Hanuman, so that half splits. So bring your blocks forward, coming up onto all fours. As you're on all fours, just to kind of move the body just for a moment after that sitting, do one round of cat-cow, just nice and slow. Let the belly drop, shoulder blades squeeze, chest comes forward. And then pressing into the hands, round the spine, chin to chest. Come to that neutral spine. Take that right foot, step it forward. Wiggle that foot forward a little bit. Use any padding you need to under that back knee. And then any props you might need. Maybe the props come on the inside of the leg so you have a little bit more accessibility here. And then just straighten that front leg. So we're just going to be here a short time, not super long, but just kind of holding into this here. So a little half Hanuman. So your leg is not super active, right? Your toes don't have to be pulled back. You're letting yourself drop down, and maybe you need the blocks on a lower level, maybe you need them on a higher level. Just breathing into it here. Noticing the sensation along the back of that right leg. Maybe some of that sensation into the arms as you support yourself. If you can let go through the neck, let the head dangle. Soften through the shoulders, letting that chest grow further toward the floor, toward the leg. About one more minute here. Keeping in line with that cleansing theme, creating a little bit of tapas, a little bit of heat, a little bit of irritation in the body. It's that place of discomfort to allow yourself to let go of expectations, let go of those woulds, coulds, or shoulds. Allow yourself to settle into knowing that soon you will be able to release from this, let go of the discomfort, and find some ease. A few more deep rounds of breath. Take a full inhale here. And let it go. On your next inhale, start to lift yourself up. Going very slowly. Mindfully bend back into that right knee. Slide that foot back. And then you're going to start to sit back. You're going to come to half hero pose. So maybe you sit on a block underneath your hips, but that left knee is going to be bent. Maybe you sit all the way down onto the ground. So left knee is bent, that right leg's going to be out. It's going to have a little bit of release. So depending on where you need to sit, just coming into that nice little half hero pose, sitting up nice and tall. You might have a little bit more range of motion. Maybe you drop your chest back, keeping that left leg bent. As you drop back, press into the elbows, lengthen the tailbone toward the end of your mat. Maybe you take that block and you slide it underneath your upper back. And you release back a little bit more. Maybe you take another block or your hands and hold on to the back of your head, allowing yourself to just open up through that front body. Nice, full, deep breaths here. Dropping into that discomfort, finding your edge, that place where you can breathe freely, but still have that intense sensation. Feeling that front body open and expand. Allowing yourself to breathe fully. It's a breath here. Dropping into those sensations of the body. Going back to that intention of cleansing the body or letting go is no longer serving you. Visualizing that air coming in, having renewing properties, and the breath going out, letting go of those things that are no longer serving you in a positive way. Take a full inhale here. And let it go. Slowly start to bring your chin toward your chest. Slide your elbows beneath you, press into those palms and slowly press yourself up to seated. Good, roll yourself toward that right side so you can let that left leg out. And just pause for a moment there. Will just be a moment. We're going to go into our next pose. With this next pose, you're going to take that same leg, that left leg, you're going to bring it over the right knee. And then rotating the hands, reach those fingers back. Start to bend into the elbows so that you can bend your right knee. So that little seated figure four. So we're still opening up our chest, kind of locking out those elbows. And then just kind of moving that right leg in so you feel that left hip engage and feel that sensation. Relax the left leg. Let the shoulders draw toward your ears as you lean back and continue to breathe. If you feel like you need more sensation in that left hip, you're going to press into your hands, press into your right foot, lift your hips, slide your hips closer to that right heel, keeping the hands where they are, and press the chest forward. So that's just going to give you a little deeper sensation into that left hip. You can even lean a little bit toward the right. That's going to intensify that stretch, sensation. And if you can, relax your head, drop your chin to your chest. Working through lots of joints here, the knee, the hip, the shoulder, the wrist, the neck. Nice deep inhales and exhales. A couple more deep breaths here. Spending some time with our breath, tapping into those sensations as we start this practice of renewal, of cleansing. Take a full inhale here. And let it go. Putting a little bend back into those elbows. Slowly start to lengthen the right leg. Take the left leg, extend it long, sitting up nice and tall for a moment. Rest those hands on your thighs. And just pause there. Take a moment. Then we'll move into the next pose. Take that left knee once again, bend it, bring it your left foot into your right thigh. And then open yourself up. Draw that left knee open a little bit more so you're more wide than narrow. And then start to take that right hand toward the right leg. So we're coming into a little side stretch here as well as that hamstring stretch. Open the chest. You might need a block maybe under your elbow on either side of that leg. And then just keep opening up the chest. You have two options here with that left arm. You can slide it behind you to get a little neck stretch. Or if you want to continue into that side stretch, take that arm overhead and then let that arm just kind of relax over the top of your head. I like here so that my neck feels supported to bend my bottom elbow. So I give that to some support. And then I make a little fist and place it on the side of my head so that I have that little bit of support for my neck. And once you're here, take those nice deep inhales and exhales. So again, finding that little lateral flexion of the spine. Feeling the sensation along maybe the back of the right leg. Definitely in that left outer hip. If your arm's overhead, definitely into the side waist. And using that breath to get in a little bit deeper into each of these little areas. Using that breath to direct the energy flow to these areas that might feel stagnant, might feel like that energy is stuck. Let each breath bring that renewing, cleansing breath to those areas. And with each exhale, letting go of that stagnant, stale breath, that energy that is stuck. A few more rounds of breath here. Take a full inhale here. And let it go. Slowly, if that top arm is above you, bring it down by your side. If it's behind you, bring it out by your side. And then slowly start to press yourself up. Lengthening the spine, pausing there for a moment. And then slowly start to bend into that right knee, assisting it. Bring the soles of your feet together. Coming into that Baddha Konasana, that long-legged butterfly. And from here, lift the chest and then start to round the spine. Rounding in, dropping down. Arms can stay on the inside, they can go outside, they can go underneath the legs. Maybe your head's dangling, maybe it's propped. But just coming into this rounding sensation of the body. Getting into the hips, the spine. And again, using that nice, smooth, steady breath to drop into the pose a little bit more with just the use of your breath. Allowing gravity to help that breath bring you into the pose a little bit deeper to that edge of your discomfort without putting you over the edge, without going to that place of gripping, of tensing, trying to keep everything soft, including the neck, jaw, and shoulders. Noticing the different sensations in the body as you breathe. Take a full inhale here. And let it go. Good. Mindfully bring yourself out. Nice and slow, stacking that spine. Let the head be the last thing to rise. And then helping the knees, draw those knees up. We're going to come back to our hands and knees. Having those blocks handy, we're going to do all of that on the second side. Once you get to your hands and knees, do a little cat-cow again. As you inhale, let the belly drop, shoulder blades squeeze, lengthen that spine. And then as you exhale, press into the hands, round the spine, tug the tailbone. Good. Coming back to that neutral spine. And you're going to take that left foot and step it forward. Left foot steps forward. Wiggle that foot forward a little bit. Let the hips drop slightly and then start to shift the weight. So let that front leg, let the toes go where they're going to go. Let the chest lengthen forward. Relax the shoulders and jaw. Adjust to where you feel that edge of discomfort on the back of that extended left leg. And then just drop into stillness. Allowing your breath to help you expand and deepen into this pose. And focusing on that breath. Focusing on the sensations. Keeping that intention in mind of letting go, cleansing. Trying to bring and keep yourself into that present moment. Another full inhale here. And let it go. And as you mindfully walk those hands back underneath the shoulders. And slowly bend back into that front knee. And then walking yourself back again, placing a block underneath your hips if you need it. Continue to walk back so you're coming into that half hero. So that right knee is bent. And again, if you don't need anything underneath you, come all the way to the floor. And again, just kind of adjust here. Noticing what's going on in that right side. And again, you have the option to go back a little bit deeper. Maybe you drop back to your elbows. Maybe you drop back onto a block. But if you start to drop back, press down into the legs, lengthen the tailbone toward the end of your mat so that you lengthen the spine, finding that openness in the chest. And then start to settle in here. Take a few deep cleansing breaths. Allowing yourself to drop in. Remembering not to go past your edge. Putting into the sensations on the front side of the body. Expanding with every inhale. And releasing with each exhale. Few more rounds of breath here. A full inhale here. Sigh it out. Mindfully start to bring yourself up, moving nice and slow. Back to that seated position. And then lean over into that left side. Take that right leg, extend it out. Pausing there for a moment. Notice the sensations on the right side. Good, and then taking those hands, bringing them back behind you. Taking that right foot, take the right ankle to the left knee. And then press into those hands, bend into the elbows, bend into that left knee. And then just kind of check in with that edge for that right hip. So coming into that figure four. Good, breathing here. If you feel like you need a little bit more sensation in that right side, press into the hands, press into the foot, lift the hips, slide your hips closer to that left foot. And then maybe lean a little bit more into that left side. Good. Let your shoulders relax, let your head drop down. Just kind of breathing into that space here. If it becomes too much sensation into your arms, you can always roll onto your back and come into that figure four where you're holding the leg into your body. Sometimes the sensation in the arms can become a little too intense. But again, we're working with that liver and the gallbladder meridians. Then they run up the long side of the body, into through the shoulders, up through the side of the head. Definitely along the hips, back side of the body. Just breathing into those areas here. The full inhale here. And let it go. Bending back into those elbows. Lengthening out that left leg. Take the right leg to meet it. Pausing there as you sit up. Rest those hands on your thighs. And notice the sensations here. Keeping that right knee, you're going to take that right foot, bring it into the left thigh, opening yourself up. So you have this nice big openness. And again, block can be on the inside or the outside of that left leg. Just to lean toward that left leg. Finding that openness through the chest, start to rotate, lengthen. And again, you have that option, right arm behind the body or right arm over the body. And let it rest. If it's going over the top, that left hand can become a fist and rest on the head to give the neck a little bit more support. And then as you breathe, start to feel the lengthening of that right side. Keeping the jaw and shoulders soft. Allow the breath to help you get into the pose a little deeper. Visualizing those breaths as cleansing breaths. Bringing the body nutrient-rich air. And then gathering that air that is not full of nutrients, that is stale, that is needing to be re-energized, letting that expel through the body, through the nose. And continuing that cycle, renewing the body with the breath, allowing that breath to energize the body, to move that energy through the body. As you sit in that slight discomfort, a few more deep rounds of breath here. Take a full inhale here. And let it go. Mindfully take that right arm back to center. And then mindfully press yourself up to seated. Feel the length in the spine, pause. And then slowly help that left leg in, bring the soles of your feet together, coming into that long-legged butterfly. So having space between your heels and your pubic bone. Slowly start to round it forward. Again, arms can go forward, they can go under the knees, they can go backwards. Head can dangle, head can rest on something, but allow yourself to round in. And again, using those deep cleansing breaths, feeling yourself settle into the hips, the low back, the spine, letting those shoulders and jaw be soft, letting your breath continue to be full and even. Few more rounds of deep breaths. Take a full inhale here. And let it go. Mindfully bring yourself all the way up, lengthening up through the top of the head. Pausing there. Helping those knees up, extend the legs out. And just pause here. Bring yourself back to that intention. of cleansing, of renewal. And kind of take a moment here and pause and see what you need in your body. If you're feeling after this yin practice that maybe you need to go into Savasana and stay there for a few moments, maybe pausing this, taking time to renew before moving into a flow. Or maybe you just need to pause here with a couple breaths and then join in the flow. The flow will be another type of energizing, renewing, burning through those tapas, finding that cleanse. You have the option here to do that. You're continuing on. Mindfully make your way onto your hands and knees. We'll do a few rounds of cat-cow. Making sure you have those blocks handy, anything you need. It's a mindful flow, so not a fast flow, but definitely some challenges along the way. So find that cat-cow as you inhale, roll the shoulders back, just finding some slow movement, moving out of that yin practice into this flow practice. Couple more breaths. After your next cat pose, come to that neutral spine, straighten the legs, find your plank. Find that energy in plank. Nice full inhales and exhales. And then as you exhale, find dog. We're going to come back and forth into downward dog to plank. Go inhale to plank. Exhale to dog. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Again, just nice and slow, equal breath. Matching that movement. And continue on one more time here. And staying in downward dog, take a couple moments, pedal the feet, shift the hips, do what you need to do to kind of find that energy moving through the body. You've paired this with that yin practice, just moving that stagnant energy around, finding that cleanse of the breath with the body movement. Come to a still downward dog on your next exhale. As you inhale, take that right leg, lift it to the sky. Exhale, heel to bum, open the hip. Good, pause there, take an inhale. And exhale. Inhale is going to lengthen the leg back up. Exhale, draw knee toward your nose and step that foot forward. Good, pausing here, find your balance. Back heel can be up or down. When you're ready, inhale, take those arms up. So you're either in warrior one or crescent pose, whatever feels best in your body right now. Nice, big, fluid breaths. Just opening up through the front body. Arms can continue to reach up, or maybe they come behind you. Interlink the fingers. And opening up through the chest. So again, whatever feels best in your body, right? So you're opening and cleansing the body, but you're renewing your energy here with the breath, with the movement. Exhale fully here. As you inhale, take those arms back up to the sky if they're not already. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Good. As you inhale, rotate toward that right leg and just pause. Just rotate and breathe. You're just finding a little bit of energy in the body. Roll the shoulders back. Good. Another big inhale. Exhale. Good. As you inhale, bring your chest to center. Exhale, lean forward. You're going to take that back foot and step it forward on your inhale. And then exhale, bend into those knees, find chair. Good. So again, creating heat, burning through those tapas. We're going into a little bit of a twist. Left elbow to the inside of your left knee. So take it easy. Roll the shoulders back. Good. Continue to bend down into the knees. Good. Good, nice full inhale. And exhale. As you inhale, come back to center into that chair. Exhale there. Good, you're gonna press down into that left leg. As you inhale, stand up, bring your right knee with you. Good, exhale. Good, and then mindfully, you're gonna take that right ankle to your left knee. Bend back into that knee. Good, you're gonna find that little figure four. Breathing into it. Good, another big inhale. Exhale. Press into that left leg, engage the core. Inhale, lift yourself back up, lift that right knee. Good, then as you exhale, lean forward, coming into a warrior three. So take that right leg, extend it back, chest can stay lifted where you need to. Maybe you go parallel to the floor. Good, continue to breathe. Embrace the wobble, bring that heat. On your next exhale, hands are going to come down to the blocks or the floor. Then press into that left leg, lift the right leg high, find a little bit of splits action. Good, big inhale here. Exhale. But as you inhale, slowly start to bend back into that left knee, reach the right leg back, find that low lunge. As you exhale, plant the hands, step it back, downward facing dog. Good, nice big inhale and dog. Exhale. Good, as you inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, let the knees drop, squeeze the glutes, ground the toes, and then pull the chest forward, a little bit of that lazy upward dog. Good, another big inhale here. As you exhale, press to the hands, press the hips back, tuck the toes, find downward facing dog. Nice big inhale. And exhale. And as you inhale, take that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, heel to bum, pause there. Take another inhale, press with the hands. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, stepping that foot forward. And find your balance, back heel up or down. So either warrior one or high lunge. Take those arms up when you're ready. And pause here. Good. Find the strength of the legs, the length of the arms, the opening of the front body. Either arms continue to reach or hands come back behind you, interlink the fingers, and extend the arms so you're opening up the chest. Nice full breaths. Good. Exhale fully here. As you inhale, take the arms back up if they're not already. And as you exhale, hands to heart. Good. On your inhale, rotate toward that left leg. Just rotate. Breathe. Good. Engaging through the core. Nice full breaths. As you inhale, come back to center. Exhale here. On your inhale, lean forward. And then as you exhale, stand or press into that right foot to step the back foot forward. Coming into that chair at the top of your ribs. Good. Roll the shoulders back, sit low in the hips. Feel the strength of the legs. And then pressing down into that right leg as you inhale, stand up, bring that left knee with you. As high as you can. Good, take an inhale here. On your exhale, you're going to take that left ankle to your right knee. Sit back into that chair. So that figure four standing. Shoulders are back, breathing into it. Big inhale here. Exhale. Press into that bottom leg as you inhale, reach it up with that left knee. Good. As you exhale, start to extend that left leg back, warrior three. Extend it back as much as you need, keeping your balance. Maybe chest starts to become parallel to the floor. Nice full breaths, embrace the wobble here. Good, big inhale. On your exhale, hands come down to blocker floor. Good, find that little standing splits, getting into the back of that right leg. Good, 2 more breaths here. Exhale fully. Good. As you inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, bend into that right knee, extend the left leg back, come to that low lunge. Take an inhale there. And as you exhale, ground the hands, step it back, downward facing dog. Good. As you inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, drop the knees to table. And then inhale, find cow. Exhale, round into cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, downward dog. Good, adding on a second little flow here. Inhale, takes that right leg, lift it to the sky. Exhale, heel to bump, open it up, pause there, take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthens the leg. Exhale, draws knee to nose, step that foot forward. Grabbing your block, lengthen that right arm forward. I'm going to come into half moon. So stand into that right leg, lift the left leg, and then open the hip. Find half moon. Left arm can reach up to the sky. If you're feeling like you need a little bit more intensity, bend your left knee, grab your left foot, find that little opening here. Breathing into the front body. Good, another breath here. Exhale. Coming into warrior two. Release the grip if you have it on the foot. Take a big inhale in half moon. And then exhale, bend into the right knee. Step it back. Find warrior two. Good, nice big inhale here. Exhale. Good, find a little bit more weight in that back leg. Press down into the legs. Feel the strength of the legs. But now relax those shoulders. Good, reversing the warrior, front palm turns up. Reverse that, take that right arm back, send those right ribs forward. And today, take your gaze to your bottom heel, that back left heel. Good, nice full inhale here. Exhale. As you inhale, straighten that right leg, keep reaching back. And then as you exhale, take that right arm forward, kick your left hip to the back of your mat, reach through those right fingers. And then today, bring those right fingers just to the inside of that right leg, just lightly grazing. Open the chest and then take that left arm to the sky. Good, a little triangle pose, but more intensity in the legs. Breathing into it. Big inhale. Exhale. As you inhale, bend into that right knee, either elbow to knee, hand to blocker floor. Take a big inhale, expand through the chest. And as you exhale, take that top arm, reach it overhead, side angle pose. Good, drop the tailbone, open the chest, nice full inhale. Exhale. Inhale is going to take that top arm to the sky. Exhale is going to circle it all the way to the ground. As you do, pivot onto the ball of the back foot. Plant that left hand to block your floor. Take that right arm, reach it to the sky. Find a twist. Good. Take another big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, top hand's going to circle down to the floor. As you exhale, you have the option here. You can stay in low lunge for a couple breaths. You can step it back to downward dog. Or maybe you do a couple little handstand kicks, really letting go and burning through the tapas. So your choice. I'm going to go through handstand hops in case that's what you want. Take your back foot, step it in a little bit. Lean forward into those hands. Take your front foot, slide it back a little. And then lift the back leg, pressing into that right leg. Do a little kick. Do a little kick. One more little kick. Then step it back, find downward dog. Big inhale and dog. Exhale. Inhale, come forward, plank. Exhale, knees down, hips forward, squeeze the glutes, ground the toes. Shoulders roll back, that lazy upward dog. Big inhale. As you exhale, press the hips back, tuck the toes, find downward facing dog. Nice full inhale and dog. Exhale. Inhale, left leg's gonna reach up to the sky. Exhale, heel to bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, step that foot forward. Good, lean forward, take the block into the left hand, lean it forward. And then stand into the left leg, lift right leg into half moon, open the hip. Good, breathe into it, maybe right arm reaches to sky. Maybe right hand finds that right ankle, finding that opening across the front of the body. Embrace the wobble. Continue to breathe. Good. Find that breath, notice that heat rising in the body. Good. As you inhale, release the grip, find half moon. Good. As you exhale, find warrior two. Step it back. Good. Once you find warrior two, relax the shoulders. Drop down into those legs, engaging, finding the strength of warrior two legs. The calm of warrior two body. Nice full breaths. Exhale fully here. Reversing that warrior, front palm's going to turn up. Right hand's going to reach down, take that left arm up to the sky, and then send those left ribs forward as you look down to your back heel. Nice full big inhales and exhales. Exhale fully here. As you inhale, straighten that left leg, reach it back. And as you exhale, take that left arm, reach it forward to send your right hip back. And then those left fingers are just going to graze the inside of your left leg. Right arm's going to reach up to the sky for a triangle pose, really pressing and engaging into the legs. Feeling that heat. Trying to keep the breath smooth and steady. Good, one more full inhale here. And then as you exhale, bend into that left knee. Good, finding side angle pose, either elbow to knee, hand to block or floor. Take a big inhale, open the chest, find the strength of the legs, and then exhale, top arm's gonna reach overhead. Find that length in the side waist. Nice full breaths. Good, one more full inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, top arm's gonna reach to the sky. Exhale is gonna circle it all the way down to the ground, pivot onto the ball of the back foot. Right hand to block or floor, left arm's gonna reach to the sky, find your twist. Good, breathing into it here. One more full inhale. And as you exhale, circle that hand to the floor. Again, you have the option, stay in this low lunge. Maybe take another pose, maybe downward dog, or those little handstand hops. Back foot's gonna step in, front foot's gonna slide back. Plant the hands, lift the right leg, and then hop on that left leg, kicking that right leg up. As you exhale, maybe find a balance, and then find downward facing dog. Good, big inhale in dog. Sigh it through the mouth, let it go. Inhale, come forward plank. Exhale, knees down for table. And then inhale, find cow. Exhale, round into cat. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Good. Take the knees wide, bring the big toes to touch, sit back, child's pose. Turn those palms up, rest the head down. Nice full breaths here. Slowing it down. Dropping in. Again, if you felt like maybe you wanted to do all of that again, you can do each of those sequences again, burning through those tapas, finding that cleansing heat. If you're staying here with me, we'll take 3 more deep breaths here. Then we'll make our way toward a seated position. If you press down into your hands, lift your chest up, shift your hips to one side, come all the way down to seated. Bring the soles of your feet together. Once you bring the soles of your feet together, instead of keeping them wide, you're going to lift your hips and bring your hips toward your heels. So bringing those hips and heels closer. Then sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back. And then press the knees down. Maybe you start to lean forward, elbows into those thighs. Chest continues to come forward. Maybe arms reach forward. That feels better in the low back for you. So wherever you would like to be today for this pose. We're going to take 5 deep breaths here. Just kind of slowing things down. Good. Exhale fully here. As you inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale back to center. Helping those knees up. You're going to come all the way down onto your back. As you come down onto your back, just pause there. Taking a moment. Couple deep breaths. And then bend the knees if they're not already. Press those hands by your side. Press into the feet. Inhale, lift your hips. Good. Exhale, just pause here. Good. Hopefully one of your blocks is handy. Taking one of those blocks, slide it underneath your hips in whatever dimension feels best to you, that low, mid, or high. And then pausing there. Release the hips to the block. Turn the palms up. Rotate those shoulder blades on your back a little bit more. And just pause here for a moment. Finding the support underneath you to allow you to open up on that front side of the body. Continue to use your breath. As you use your breath, release through the neck, jaw, and shoulders. If that intention of release and renewal has left you, see if you can bring that back. So allow these big energizing breaths to help you release what is no longer serving you. Cleansing out those areas of blocked energy. Allowing you to come out of this practice feeling more refreshed and renewed. 3 more deep breaths here. Full inhale here. And let it go. Turning the palms back down, press down into those hands, press into the feet, lift your hips, slide that block out from underneath you, slowly let the hips come back down. Pausing there for a moment, feeling the support of the floor beneath the spine and the hips. And then take both knees, draw them into your chest, give them a little squeeze. Place the soles of the feet back onto the floor. Shift your hips slightly to the right. You have 2 options here. Right leg over the left for a little bit more intense stretch on the outer hip, or draw both knees together and drop both knees to the side. So both knees will drop, maybe right knee's under the left. And then expand that right arm out to the side. Tailbone lengthens to heels. Inner thighs squeeze. And then finding length from your top hip to your top shoulder. Enjoying a little bit of a twist here. Exhale fully. As you inhale, draw the knees back up. Unwind the legs if you've crossed them. Press into the feet, shift the hips back to center. And then press into the feet, shift them slightly to the left. Either both knees drop to the left or left leg over the right. And drop those knees to the right. Again, find a little engagement here. Squeeze inner thighs. Find length from that top hip to the top shoulder. Arms expanding wide. And then using that breath to find the twist. Full inhale here. Let it go. Slowly start to bring those knees back up to center. Unwind the legs if you've had them crossed. Bring the hips back to the center. Taking the feet as wide as your mat. And then slowly do a couple windshield wipers from side to side. And then thinking about what position of restoration best suits you. Maybe it's legs up the wall. Maybe it's laying on your back, on your side. Maybe it's coming to seated. Whatever is going to best suit you, start to settle into that space. Start to take that shape with your body. We'll be here for about 3 minutes into Savasana. You have more than welcome to stay longer if you need it. As you settle into Savasana, into that final rest, scan through the body, Slowly allow yourself to release any lingering tension. Maybe take a few extra cleansing breaths, allowing yourself to just completely release and let go. You have nowhere else to be, nothing else to do, but to surrender into this stillness. Allow your body and mind to take rest. Allowing your next breath to come in a little deeper. If you feel like this is a place where you need to stay and rest and restore a little bit longer, please do. If you're ready to move, start to bring some small movements into the fingers, the toes. Moving into the wrists, the ankles, maybe making circles with those wrists and ankles. Allowing yourself a long, full body stretch, taking those arms back behind your head, slide your feet together, lengthening out. And then slowly bend the knees, your choice. Hug the knees in, windshield wiper, happy baby. Whatever is going to feel best in your body. When you're ready, making your way over to one side, just pause there for a moment. Acknowledge any subtle shifts and changes in the body, in the mind, in the breath. Acknowledging that moment from movement and stillness, and then from stillness to movement. When you're ready, mindfully make your way up towards seated. And pause there. Find that comfortable seat. Connecting once again with that heart center, either one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, or both hands pressing in front of your heart center. Allow yourself to arrive into this space, onto your mat, into your body. Dropping into that present moment, into that intention of finding cleansingness, of finding cleansing, of finding renewal, of finding release. Taking that with you as you move off your mat into your day ahead. Seal this practice in with that sound of Om or a sigh of the breath. Exhale fully. Full inhale. Take a moment. Think of one thing in your life you truly are grateful for. Holding on to that image in your mind's eye as you raise your hand with this. Thank you for being here. Namaste. Drink lots of water, eat your veggies for supper. We'll see you next time.